Hello everyone, it's me, it's Mark, and I'm here with you for another live stream class. Yay! Before I do anything, I need to know if you can see me. I need to know if you can hear me. If you can see me, if you can hear me, please say yes in the chat so I know everything is A-okay. If you can see me, if you can hear me, please say yes in the chat so I know everything is how it should be. Lolly says yes, thank you, Lolly. Mwah. Helga says yes, thank you, Helga. Sleepwalker says yes, thank you, Sleepwalker. Trolley says yes, thank you, Trolley. Sama says yes, thank you, Saima. Hello, Tomas. Tetsuro says yes. Thank you, Tetsuro. Okay, well, Marian says yes. Thank you, Marian. Shams says yes. Thank you, Shams. It's great to see you all. The usual suspects are in the house. Yes. Ella, hello. Well, thank you so much for being here with me, because without you, there's no reason for me to be here. So I really appreciate your time. I appreciate your kind support. Miley is here. Hello, Miley. How are you today? Mwah. Mary is here. Hello, Mary. Okay, great. We have a great group of people as always. And we always have a toast. We always start our class with a toast. So whatever you are drinking, pick it up for our toast. And of course, I have my hot coffee. Woo, it's very hot and very tasty. All right, we are having two toasts. Our first toast, it's for the members. You see them. Their names are in green. They are the green team. They support me. They support the channel. So let's give the green team a big thank you. Cheers. If you don't have a beverage, we can fist bump. Cheers, bump. Cheers. And because we had a toast, we have to have a drink. Bottoms up. Okay, our second toast, it's for you, because without you, there's no reason for me to be here. So let's toast to you. Let's toast to a fun, interesting, informative, and productive lesson today. Cheers, bump. Cheers, bump. And because we had a toast, we have to have a drink. Bottoms up. I could only sip the coffee because it is extremely hot. Okay, good. Well, let's talk about today's lesson plan. And I have it right here, yeah. And we are doing, well, we always start our class with an idiom. So I will write the idiom here. We will talk about the idiom, and we'll see if you can use the idiom throughout today's class in a natural way. After that, we're doing form a sentence. I will write a pattern on the board. You will make sentences using the pattern. I will also show you a worksheet using the pattern. There will be example sentences and pictures that go with the pattern. After that, we have video dictation. There you need a pencil and paper. You will hear 8 sentences. You will write down those 8 sentences, and then we will practice those 8 sentences. And the topic is what? And then after that, we have a worksheet from my workbook, and the topic is at home. And today's worksheet, you will rate your feelings. So there'll be a sentence, a statement, and you put a number how you feel about that statement. If you have a strong feeling about it, you give it a high number. If you have a low opinion about it, you give it a low number. After that, we have a conversation between two people. We call that Lolly's Revenge. And then after that, our last, sorry, I have a little bit of cough. I have a small cough. Okay. Now, For our last activity, it is a worksheet. It's an idiom worksheet. There are sentences that, well, we will look at example sentences written by the green team, and then you will make your own sentences. So that will be our last activity. So let's start our first activity with an idiom, and I will write the idiom on the board, and we'll see if we can make sentences using the idiom throughout our class today. Okay, and our idiom today is full blast. Full blast. Full blast. And that means at full capacity. At full capacity. It is maximum. It is running at capacity, full capacity. Okay, at full capacity, full blast. And of course, I have an example sentence for you. It's become a very popular toy. So the factory is running full blast. One more time. It's become a very popular toy. So the factory is running full blast. Okay, there's the sentence. It's a little long. It's a little long. Here it is. It's become a very popular toy. So the factory is running full blast. One more time. It's become a very popular toy. So the factory is running full blast. Full blast. Okay, so there is the idiom. And we'll see if you can use this idiom throughout today's class in a natural way, of course. Okay, Sleepwalker has a sentence. Sleepwalker sentence is, it's very hot today, so the air conditioners are working full blast. Perfect sentence, nice sentence, Sleepwalker. One more time. It's very hot today, so the air conditioners are working full blast. Perfect, perfect. Tetsuo, he went full blast to achieve his goal. Nice, yeah, full capacity at his best, right? He's doing his best. He's doing the best he can. He is running full capacity of his brain power. He went full capacity to achieve his goal. Nice, nice, nice. Zara, hello, Zara. Oh, Alice, I see Alice too. And Henna. Hello, Henna. Hello, Alice. Hello, Zara. Okay, let's see. Marion, the cable cars operate at full blast. Good, Marion. Helga, he was praised at work and is working full blast to get his bonus. Very good. Miley, I'm deaf. Speak full blast, please. Okay, I'll accept that, Miley. Okay, good job. That's fun. Those are nice sentences. And I'm talking about sentences, talking about the chat. By participating in the chat, by making sentences in the chat, you are doing two things. You're helping yourself because you are practicing using English, and you are helping other people because they can see your example sentences. So you're helping other people and you're helping yourself. As you know, we learn by examples. So the more examples we have, the better idea we have, the deeper we can understand the meaning, the grammar, how a sentence is put together. So by looking at the chat, by practicing in the chat, we are helping each other and ourselves. Okay, great. Hannah, the fan is full blast because it is very hot today. Okay, Marion, the heat is on, full blast. Good sentences. If you must play at full blast, please use headphones. Good, Lolly. You guys are doing great sentences. And these are interesting and very informative sentences. I think your sentences are helping many people right now. Sleepwalker, the football players played full blast in their last game. Great. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, well, we'll keep doing those great sentences, and we will continue with our next activity. Our next activity is form a sentence. Okay, form a sentence, and the pattern is, if I were you, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. Okay, and so you think, so in this situation, you think it's a bad idea. So in this situation, you think it's a bad idea. So you think it's a bad idea. Okay, so for example, if I were you, I wouldn't leave early, perhaps. Maybe, you know, your company will be angry, leave early. So you think it's a bad idea, right? You think it's a bad idea. So you say, if I were you, I wouldn't, and then leave early, for example. And here this is the base verb. So just the simple verb right here. We're not conjugating it. We're not putting it into the past tense. We're not putting it into the future tense. We're just using it in the simple tense, just the base verb, leave. If I were you, I wouldn't leave early. No, no, no. Lolly, if I were you, I wouldn't marry this guy. Miley says, okay, Miley says, everything I do, I try to do it full blast. Can I say that? Can I say it? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Sleepwalker, if I were you, I wouldn't criticize him. If I were you, I wouldn't be late at work. Oh, Costa Magna is in the house. If I were you, I wouldn't do this. Tomas, if I were you, I wouldn't drive so fast. The car is in the... So Tomas, if I were you, I wouldn't drive so fast. We are downtown. So you're driving downtown, so it's dangerous. Many cars, many people, many bicyclists. So downtown, it's crowded, many people. So if I were you, I wouldn't drive so fast because we are downtown. If I were you, I wouldn't drive so fast because we are downtown. Okay, Trolley, if I were you, I wouldn't get up late. That's right. Get up early. Get to work early. Get to school early. Sleepwalker, if I were you, I wouldn't hide this talent. Or you could say, I wouldn't hide your talent. If I were you, I wouldn't hide your talent. Okay. Great sentences, and we have more. I have a worksheet with pictures and more sentences. So let's look at the worksheet. You guys keep making your sentences. Don't stop making sentences. But I have some more right here on the board, as you can see right there. And all the worksheets we do here are on my Patreon. Go to Patreon, support me on Patreon, and support me there so I can support you here. Get all the worksheets we do here, there. Okay, let's make it full screen. Keep writing your sentences, don't stop. Let's give everyone many ideas, many examples. Okay, so here we go. This is our worksheet. You think it's a bad idea, so you say, if I were you, I wouldn't plus base verb. You think it's a bad idea, so you say, if I were you, I wouldn't, and plus the base verb. For example, if I were you, I wouldn't eat too much candy. If I were you, I wouldn't eat too much candy because it can spoil your appetite, right? So we're gonna have dinner in a little while, so don't eat so much candy. It will spoil your appetite. Our next example, if I were you, I wouldn't skip breakfast. If I were you, I wouldn't skip breakfast, right? It's not a good idea to skip breakfast. We need that energy in the morning. When you go off to work, you should have a good breakfast so you have the energy to do your best. Hey, Marcos is in the house. How are you, Marcos? Okay, we have more example sentences. Our next example sentences. If I were you, I wouldn't argue with the boss. No, that's a bad idea. If I were you, I wouldn't argue with the boss, right? Do you like your job? Do you like working here? Okay, don't argue with the boss. Our next example, if I were you, I wouldn't paint the living room. If I were you, I wouldn't paint the living room. No, 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 because you are renting the house and the landlord may not be happy with the color you choose. So if I were you, I wouldn't paint the living room. Okay, we have two more examples. Here we go. Next, the last two examples. If I were you, I wouldn't miss her party. If I were you, I wouldn't miss her party, right? Because she'll be offended. She will be hurt if you do not attend her party. Plus, she always has great parties, right? Great food, great music, great people. So if I were you, I wouldn't miss her party. And our last example, if I were you, I wouldn't take his car. If I were you, I wouldn't take his car. He would be very angry if you take his car. He loves his car. Plus, if you get in a fender bender or you do something to the car, if you scratch it or wreck it, right? That'd be the worst situation. If you wrecked his car, he would be very, 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 very angry. So if I were you, I wouldn't take his car. Don't do it. Okay, so we have example sentences here. And of course, we have the chat. We have the chat with many example sentences. All right, here we go. Zara, or no, I'm looking up more. I need to, oh, Miley, I have to look at Miley here. If I were you, I wouldn't drink so much and drive. Yeah, I wouldn't drink and drive. Do not drink and drive. If you want to drink, then call a taxi. Zara, if I were you, I wouldn't do this. Marian, if I were you, I wouldn't pay attention to it. Marcos, if I were you, I wouldn't work so hard. Let's see, Tomas, if I were you, I wouldn't jump down from the tree. No, you will hurt your leg. Lolly, if I were you, I wouldn't drink this milk. It has gone sour. Your stomach will not be happy. Your stomach will be upset. Helga, if I were you, I wouldn't say anything I think. Or no, I wouldn't say everything I think. Yeah. Keep some things to yourself, right, Helga? Keep some things to yourself. Miley says, if I were you, I wouldn't say anything bad to your mom. Yep. That is a lesson from a mom. Keep mom happy. Don't hurt mom's feelings. Tetsuro, if I were you, I wouldn't make such a mistake. Marcos, if I were you, I'd go to see a doctor. Yeah, so that doesn't look good. You should go and have a doctor look at it. Truly, if I were you, I wouldn't eat too much chocolate, right? It will make you sick. Hannah, if I were you, I wouldn't go there. It's very dangerous. Tetsuro says, if I were you, I wouldn't stay up all night. You have work tomorrow. You have school tomorrow. You need a good night's sleep. Costa Magna, if I were you, I would not change the house. Stay, I should say, yeah, no, stay where you are. Don't change, stay where you are. Don't change houses. Tomas, if I were you, I wouldn't, okay, spill the beer, maybe? I don't, Tomas, you made a spelling mistake there. I'm not sure what you want to say. If I were you, I wouldn't drink the beer. If I were you, I wouldn't, so do it again, Tomas. Umesh, if I were you, I wouldn't skip Mark's class. Good advice, Umesh. Good advice. Tetsuro says, if I were you, I wouldn't follow his advice. Shams, if I were you, I wouldn't come here. So actually, come and go. So I see that mistake. So come here and then go there. So Shams, you have like two choices. You can say, if I were you, I wouldn't go there. If I were you, I wouldn't go there. Or if I were you, I wouldn't come here. I wouldn't come here. Okay, so two choices. Go there, come here. Go there, come here. So Helga, keep it to yourself. Keep something to yourself. Yeah, so don't say it. Just, you're thinking it, but don't say it, right? Because you could offend someone or make other people angry or make other people feel bad, right? Hurt someone's feelings. So there's a saying we say, if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all. If you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all, right? So you might think it, right? Like, oh, that person isn't very nice. That person, I don't know, if you have something bad to say, but don't say it, just keep it in your head because, it makes you sound bad, right? Even though the other person's bad, it makes you sound bad, when you start like talking about other people in negative ways, then it makes yourself not sound good. Okay, let's see. Mary, if I were you, I wouldn't spend money full blast. Okay, full capacity. So it doesn't work in your situation, Mary. So full capacity, it's like something else. It's not, you don't do it yourself, basically. In most cases, sometimes you could say like, I'm going full blast, right? So I'm doing all I can. I'm putting out all my energy. I'm going full blast, right? Maybe I'm playing as hard as I can. I'm running as hard as I can. So I'm going full blast like a machine, right? But spending money, we don't spend money full blast. We can say, I'm spending money like a thief. I don't know. There's some phrases like, he's spending money like a thief. That's not one of them, but something like that. He's spending money like there's no tomorrow. That's it. Like he's spending money like there's no tomorrow. That's actually a real phrase. So, Mary, so if I were you, I wouldn't spend your money like there's no tomorrow. How about that, Mary? If I were you, I wouldn't spend your money like there's no tomorrow. I like that. I like that. One more time. If I were you, I wouldn't spend your money like there's no tomorrow. Okay, great sentences. Okay, Mary, you got it. Great. Okay, I'm looking at the clock. We're going to change. I think you guys have no problem with this pattern because I see many, many great sentences. So very smooth, everyone. Very natural sentences. Yeah, okay, Simon, if I were you, I wouldn't argue with my elder. You guys are doing great. Great sentences. Good advice, Miriam. If I were you, I wouldn't drink too much whiskey because you will get a hangover the next day. You will feel terrible the next day. Umesh, Team Italy on full blast and won the cup. Mary, if I were you, I wouldn't spend money like there is no tomorrow. Perfect sentence. Yay, Mary. I like it. I like it. Okay, we're going to our next activity, everybody. And that is a video dictation. That means you need a pencil. You need paper. I have 8 sentences. I will read those 8 sentences and you will write them down word for word. Thank you, Costa Magna. If I were you, I would not skip Mark's lessons. Thank you. That's right, Helga. To spend money like crazy, that is spend money like there's no tomorrow. Okay, let's get to our second activity, and that is a video dictation. Number 2. Okay, so you need a pencil and paper, and we have 8 sentences. The topic is what? And we got step 1, step 2, step 3, and step 4. Step 1, of course, dictation. Ink is running out. I gotta change this. Put that over there. Needs a new cartridge. And then after that, we're going to shadow. Then we're going to check our sentences. And then we'll have a quiz. Okay, great, great. Okay, let's get things ready here. I need to make some changes. Hold on a second. Where is it? Okay. I found it. There it is. Okay. Okay, move things back. And during the video dictation, I will not be able to see the chat. So I'm sorry about that. So step 1 and 2, I will not be able to see the chat because I will be reading the sentences. So let me put the video on the screen. There it is. So this is our topic today. What, of course, is a question word, and we use what in different situations. So something close by, something away, something you're curious about, something you're concerned about, something that surprises you, something there's a purpose, like what is the purpose? And information, right? For example, what is your name? I want that information. Okay, so we're going to use what in these situations. Something close by, something away, something you're curious about, something you're concerned about, something surprises you, a purpose for information. Okay, everyone's ready? Okay, so you have your pencil and paper. I'm going to read 8 sentences twice. 8 sentences twice. The video is going to move. It is timed, so I have no control. I'm just going to push play, and then we will go. All right, so I'll read each sentence twice. There are 8 sentences. Get your pencil, get your paper, and we'll start. Okay, I have the questions I see, or not, the sentence. Well, they're questions, right? What questions? They're sentences, 8 sentences. Okay, I'm gonna push play right here, and let's count down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Okay, dictation time. Number 1, sentence 1. What are you looking at? What are you looking at? Two, what did you hear from far away? What did you hear from far away? Three, what book are you reading? What book are you reading? Four, what is troubling you? What is troubling you? Five, what a beautiful surprise. What a beautiful surprise. It's not a question. That's the one that's not a question. 6, what are you planning to do? What are you planning to do? Seven, what time is our reservation? What time is our reservation? Number 8, what is the purpose of this meeting? What is the purpose of this meeting? Okay, now that was dictation. So there are 8 sentences. You listened and you wrote down those sentences. Now it's time to say the sentences. It's time to practice speaking, right? So dictation, you're listening and writing. This time you're listening and speaking. So we're going to say the sentences together. We'll say each sentence 3 times, okay? You'll see the picture, but not the sentence. So you'll just be listening and speaking with me at the same time, okay? Here we go. Countdown, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so let's say them together. Here we go. Number 1. What are you looking at? What are you looking at? What are you looking at? Okay. 2. What did you hear from far away? What did you hear from far away? What did you hear from far away? Okay, here we go. Number 3. What book are you reading? What book are you reading? What book are you reading? All right, 4. What is troubling you? What is... Oh, I got a cough. I'm going to try to hold the cough until we finish with this dictation. So I'm going to do my best. Okay, one more time. 4, 3 times. What is troubling you? What is troubling you? What is troubling you? Okay, 5. What a beautiful surprise. What a beautiful surprise. What a beautiful surprise. Okay, 6. What are you planning to do? What are you planning to do? What are you planning to do? Seven. What time is our reservation? What time is our reservation? What time is our reservation? Okay, number 8. Last one. What is the purpose of this meeting? What What is the purpose of this meeting? What is the purpose of this meeting? What is the purpose of this meeting? Okay, that was shadowing. We said the sentences. Okay, good. All right. Now it's time to check the sentence. So now I can see the chat now. Okay, so let's check out the sentences, see if you got them correct. If you wrote all the words down correctly, here we go. Check your sentence, please. And if you got it right, go ahead and shoot out some hearts. Shoot out some hearts like I can do it here. I'll show you. I'll shoot some hearts out. Boom, 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 boom. I'm shooting hearts. Okay, so if you got it right, go ahead and shoot some hearts to show that you did it. Okay, here we go. Check your sentence. Number 1. Here it is. Number 1, sentence number 1. What are you looking at? What are you looking at? If you got it right, shoot some hearts out. If you got it right, shoot some hearts out. Okay. Here we go. How about number 2? There we go. Sentence number 2. What did you hear from far away? What did you hear from far away? Did you get it? If you got it, go ahead and shoot some hearts. What did you hear from far away? Okay, let's look at 3. Oh, I see some hearts. Good. Here we go, number 3. What book are you reading? What book are you reading? What is that book? What book are you reading? You got it right, shoot some hearts. Okay, I see some hearts. Yeah, good. Okay, let's look at 4. Here we go. 4. What is troubling you? What is troubling you? If you got it right, shoot out some hearts. If you got it right, shoot out some hearts. Oh, was that a rainbow heart? Was that a rainbow heart? Okay, there's some hearts, yeah. Okay, good. Let's go to our next. Number 5. Now, this is not a question. It's just a statement, meaning like it's just a phrase like, oh, what a beautiful surprise. What a beautiful surprise. So you're happy for something, right? You didn't expect it. It's a surprise. And so, oh, what a beautiful surprise. For example, a good friend of yours comes over to say hello to you and you, oh, what a beautiful surprise. I'm so happy that you came over to my house, for example. So it doesn't have to be like a birthday party or, Christmas or something. Just you're happy because of something, right? You go, oh, what a beautiful surprise. Okay, number 6. Okay, here we go. Sentence 6. What are you planning to do? What are you planning to do? Right, so like what are you going to do in the future, right? What are you planning to do? It's not a question, Marion. It's a statement. What a beautiful surprise. It's not a question. It's just you're happy, and so it's a phrase. Okay, there we go. How about number 7? Let's check sentence 7. Okay, there's 7. What time is our reservation? What time is our reservation? Yeah, like that, Helga. So Helga says, like, what a nice day, right? Exactly. So maybe, right? Maybe you're like, for example, on a camping trip, right? And you're in your tent. You wake up in the morning, unzip your tent, get out of your tent, you go, oh, what a beautiful day today. What a beautiful day today. So what a beautiful day. So it's just, you're just happy for a beautiful day. Or like, what a nice day. Yeah, good, Helga. Okay, there's 7. Okay, I saw some hearts. Great. You're welcome, Marion. Okay, let's go to 8. Our last sentence. Here we go, number 8. What is the purpose of this meeting? What is the purpose of this meeting, right? So maybe you've been in meetings like there's no purpose. Like what are we talking about? Why are we having this meeting? Right? We're not solving anything. We're not doing anything. We're just meeting here because you want a meeting. We don't need one. There's no need for a meeting, right? What is the purpose of this meeting? You're wasting our time. Okay, so what is the purpose, right? What is the reason? Why are we having this meeting, right? Okay, good job. We have our quiz now. Okay, good. So that was check sentences, right? You checked your sentence. Now we have a quiz, right? And so the purpose of the quiz, right? What's the purpose of the quiz? The purpose of the quiz is to see if we remember, right? It's easy to forget, it's difficult to remember. So we want to check to see if we remembered the sentences. Yeah, that's what we want to do. We want to remember. Oh, so Miley say exclamation point, right? So it's basically it's kind of what I want to say, a style choice. It's not, so Miley, it's not a rule. It's mostly like a style. So it's really case by case. It's up to you if you want to put an exclamation point, right? If you want to say, you know, what a beautiful day, boom, boom, exclamation point, right? But you don't have to. It's not a rule. Sometimes you could do too many of them, and the style, I don't know. So I think you can like do too many of them, and then if you have too many explanation points, then it kind of takes away from the power of it, right? So if you just use it sparingly, if you don't use it often, then it becomes more powerful. If you're always using them, then it's not so powerful. So it's case by case. If you want to use it, go ahead, but it's not a rule. Okay, so what you're going to do now is write the sentence in the chat, so you will see the picture but not the sentence. So look at the pencil, look at the pencil, look at the picture and write the sentence in the chat. Look at the picture and write the sentence in the chat to see if you remember the sentence. Okay, so here we go. There are 4 sentences. Okay, there we go. There's the picture. Write the sentence in the chat. Here we go. We're doing the quiz. Do you remember the sentence? Shafika, how are you? Mwah. Shafika's here. Yay, Shafika. We are doing the dictation, the video dictation. We're at the last part, the quiz. We have 4 sentences. If you have just joined us, Shafika, maybe you don't know the sentences. So please be patient, Shafika. We are going, we have more activities to do. We are finishing this up. This is our, this is the last part for the video dictation. Okay, we have sentences. All right, do you remember the sentence? And I see your sentences in the chat. You guys are doing great. Yep, you guys got it. You got it. Let's have a look, shall we? Yep, you got it. What are you looking at? What are you looking at? That is the sentence. You got it right. Okay, here we go. Next sentence. Okay, there's the picture. Do you remember the sentence? There's the picture. Do you remember the sentence? Hey, Petite. Hello, Petite. How are you? Okay, Sleepwalker's on the board. Okay, Lolly's on the board. Helga's on the board. Ella. Okay, Tetsuro, Marian, you guys doing great. Costa Magna. Sham, Zara. Okay, let's have a look. It's a little different, Ella. Hold on. A little different. So, okay, you guys got it. What is troubling you? So this person's having difficulty, right? And so maybe the person's sad, the person's upset, right? So what is troubling you? What is bugging you is more like, or eating you. You're irritated, angry, right? So if someone's angry, if someone's irritated, then we'll say, oh, what's bugging you? What's eating you, right? But when someone is sad, or they're depressed, upset, crying, then we ask them, what is troubling you? Yeah, so good, Shafika. Yeah, why are you sad? That's the same meaning. Right? Okay, we have 2 more. Here we go, our next. Okay, there we go. There is the picture, write the sentence. There's the picture, write the sentence. Oh, you're welcome, Ella. That's good. See, when you do that, then we can all learn things together, right? So, great question, Ella. Very natural. Those are great phrases to know, right? It's good to know when someone's angry to say, oh, what's bugging you? What's eating you? And when someone's sad, we can say, oh, what's troubling you? Right? So we kind of read their face, right? You look at them, you could read their body language, and so then we say, oh, what's troubling you? What's bugging you? What's eating you? Okay, I see sentences in the chat now. This is our 3rd sentence in the quiz. You guys, okay, nice. Okay, let's check it out, see how you did. Good. There is the sentence. What are you planning to do? What are you planning to do? Okay, good. So, like, what's your future plans, right? What are you planning to do this weekend? What are you planning to do for your summer vacation? What are you planning to do tomorrow? What are you planning to do this weekend? What are you planning to do next month? What are you planning to do this summer? So, Shafika, what are you planning to do this week? So in your sentence, you should say, what are you planning to do this week? Okay, we have one more sentence. Oh no! Oh no! The quiz, hold on. I hope you didn't see it. Oh, I can't believe I did that. Okay, what are you planning to do? Okay, there we go. I hope I hope you didn't see it. That was a big mistake. That was a big mistake. I hope you didn't see it. Actually, I have the, not air conditioning on, but the dry mode on. And I'm going to turn it off. It's getting a little chilly in here. Hold on. You can't see me, but you can hear me. I'm just going to turn off the air conditioner. Don't need it. The room is cool. Okay. Okay, I hope you didn't see it. That was my mistake. Okay, Shafika, good, you fixed your sentence. What are you planning to do this week? Perfect, Shafika. Okay, you guys got it. Let's have a look now. Oh no. Oh no. There it is. Okay. And our last sentence. What time is our reservation? What time is our reservation? That was the quiz. that was the video dictation. Our topic was what? What? And we used what in these situations, right? Something close by. So what are you looking at? Something away. What did you hear from far away? Curiosity. What book are you reading? Concern. What is troubling you? Surprise. What a beautiful surprise. Purpose. What are you doing this weekend? I forgot exactly. What are you planning to do? What are you planning? I have to. Oh, no. No. What is the purpose of this meeting? Information. For example, what time is our reservation? What are you planning to do? Right there. What are you planning to do? Right? Information. So we used what for these situations? Yeah. Okay, good job, everyone. Yeah. Okay, let's go to our next activity, shall we? Okay, good. Okay, our next activity is a worksheet. It's a worksheet. And our worksheet is, the topic is at home. And it's from my book. So the worksheet comes from my book. Which one is different? And it's the last page for, thank you, Shams. It's the last page in our, in this chapter at home. And scale yourself. So we have 4 statements. And then you, if you feel strong about the statement, if you strongly agree, then you give it a high number. If you don't agree, then you give it a lower number, okay? So let's, and again, all the worksheets on my Patreon, or just get the book at Amazon.com. Okay, so I'm gonna put the worksheet on the screen, and then you'll make sentences, of course, right? We make lots of sentences here. And there it is. Okay, I found it. Yay. Scale yourself, right? And if you feel strong about it, then give it a high number. If you do not feel strong about it, give it a low number. So here we go. We have 4 statements. Number 1, it's not good to use air conditioning. How do you feel about that? Number 1, it's not good to use air conditioning. If you feel strong about it, give it a high number. If you feel that, go ahead, use air conditioning. You don't feel strongly about it, give it a low number. Okay, so Helga is a 4, so she doesn't feel so strong. So like, go ahead and use it. Okay, Sleeper has a low number. Yeah, use the air conditioning. If you're hot, turn it on. Okay, so we got low numbers here. Miley, use air conditioning. I love it. So yeah, I mean, it depends where you live, right? Here in Japan, you can't live without air conditioning in Japan. Like right now, the weather's fine. Right now, we're lucky. Usually it's already, so far so good in Japan. So far so good. We're having nice weather so far. It's not humid. It's not too hot. It's nice weather. So we don't need air conditioning right now. But soon we will need it. So it's, here in Japan, you can't sleep without air conditioning in the summer. In the summer, You cannot sleep without it. Okay, you guys are going pretty fast here. Okay, number 2, it's fine to open the window at night. It's fine to open the window at night. Right now, I sleep with the window open. So again, it depends, on the weather, right? So always sleep with the window open right now. Yeah, in summer, like in spring and summer, that's right, sleepwalker. But in summer here in Japan, you got to close the window and turn on the air conditioner. But right now, we can open the window and have a good night's sleep. Oh, so Shafika's in California. And I guess it's getting hot. So she's saying she can't live without air conditioning. Yeah, so it all depends on the weather, right? So Miley says, if it's fine, open the window at night if there isn't air conditioning. Yeah. Yeah, fresh air, I do too. So right now, I open the window, I could sleep soundly, but maybe some people live in a busy city. So if you open the window, there's too much noise outside, right? Maybe if you live by a street, there's lots of traffic. And so you don't want cars to wake you up, or, ambulance, sirens. Depends where you live. I live in a neighborhood that's quiet. People go to bed pretty early where I live, and so we can open the window and sleep all night with the window open. So that's good. Number 3, it's important to update your calendar. So what I mean by update your calendar is to write in what you need to do, right? Use your calendar, plan ahead, write in your calendar, write your plans, right? So tomorrow, what are you going to do? What things do you need to do? Right? So number 3, it's important to update your calendar. I agree. I strongly agree with that, because you don't want to forget appointments. You don't want to forget meetings. If you have chores to do, if you have errands to do, it's important to write them in your calendar so you don't forget. Where if you don't, you might forget, right? Like, oh, I'll remember. And you don't remember, right? Oh, I'll remember. And then you don't go to the bank, you don't pay your bills, and the city turns off your electricity. Then you have to pay more money to get it turned on. Sleepwalker, that's dangerous. Sleepwalker says, I remember by myself. That's a little dangerous. Don't write it down, and for sure you will not forget. So Miley says, it's important to update my calendar because I tend to be outside of time and space. She has a 10. I agree with you, Miley. So I'm very busy. I'm always busy. I have things to do, right? I'm always making videos. I got my schoolwork to do. I've got every day I have things to do. So if I write them down, then I'll never forget. So I'll always get them done. So I like updating my calendar. Number 4, everyone needs a mirror. Oh, Costa Magna, that's a good question. Do you have mosquitoes in Japan? Yes. So we open our window, but you have to have a screen. Yes, we have mosquitoes. Little pesky mosquitoes, yes. So we need a screen, right? A little screen to keep out the mosquitoes. But yes, we do. In my town, where I live, there's mosquitoes. Yeah, good, Shafika. I got a cough. Hold on. I'm going to turn off my microphone. Sorry. Okay, that was good. I had a good cough. Okay, Shafika, I have to set up my calendar for my appointments. Yes. So don't miss your appointments. Update your calendar so you get everything done on time. Number 4, everyone needs a mirror. Miley has a 10. Yes, even if looking at yourself in the mirror in the morning requires courage. Hey, Roberto, how are you? Yeah, I agree. I give it a high number. Everyone needs a mirror because, you know, maybe you're not looking at your face, but, you know, are your clothes, you know, how do your clothing match, right? Do you have the matching colors on? Is your hair messy? You know, so it's good to use a mirror when you are dressing, right? Okay, good. Well, here at the second part of this worksheet, we're going to make sentences using this pattern, and the topic is at home. So and actually I need, so anyways, you don't have the book, right? So in the book, so this chapter we're doing right now is at home, right? And so we've been using these vocabulary words, right? We've been using these vocabulary words. For example, a crib, we did that, remember? A bed, a bathtub, a dresser, air conditioning, a light, a window, a fireplace, a calendar, a television, a paint roller, a mirror, a slipper, a vacuum, a rug, a vase, right? So we did these vocabulary words and we made sentences using those vocabulary words. Now we're going to use the pattern and use these vocabulary words with this pattern, okay? And so the pattern is the simple present perfect tense. So for example, I have just started a fire. I have just started a fire. Subject, I. Have, has, right? I have. And then just, right? At this time. Just equals at this time. Past participle, started, and the object, a fire, for example, right? I have just started a fire. So there is the pattern. And so let's make sentences using the pattern and the vocabulary at home. Okay, so I'll write the pattern here on the board. And then we'll see if we can make sentences using the pattern. So we're going to use subject. That's the subject. You, who we are who's talking, right? And then have, has, right? So that depends on the subject. Plus just. So at this time, plus the past participle. So if it's a regular verb, then we just use ed. If it's irregular verb, then we have to use the past participle. For example, swim, swam, swum. Okay. And then the object, the thing that's being done. Okay. And then we want to use a lot of vocabulary. Well, at home, right? So the theme is at home. So here we have, right? So we have TV. So for example, I have just turned on the television, right? So for example, I, subject, have, I have, right? So I have, you have, we have, they have, and then has, he has, she has, it has. So I have just So at this time, I have just, and then we want to use the past participle. So turned on. I have just turned on, and the object is the TV. I have just turned on the TV. Okay, for example. So let's see if we can make sentences using this pattern. Subject, have, has, just. And then you have to use the past participle because of have, and then the object. So we have lots of objects, right? So we have a crib, we have a bed, we have a bathtub, we have a dresser, we have air conditioner, we have a light, we have a window, we have a fireplace, we have a calendar, we have a TV, we have a paint roller, we have a mirror, we have a slipper, we have a vacuum, we have a rug, we have a vase, plus more, whatever you want to use. So we're practicing using the pattern with household items, objects, things that we have in our house. So if you're home right now, just look around where you are, right? So you're watching me right now, maybe in your home. And so if you're watching me right now in your home, look around, what do you see? And then make a sentence using this pattern. Okay, let's see. Tomas, I have just laid the table for lunch. Okay, laid out. That's going to be our idiom, right, Tomas? So laid out. I have just laid out the table for lunch. Good. Zara, I have just finished my work. Okay, we want to use household stuff, things in our house. Good, Roberto is fine. That's good to hear, Roberto. Okay, good, Sleepwalker. Her sentence, he has just made his bed. Marion, let's see. Marion, I have just installed solar protection films on the windows. So UV protection, yeah, UV to keep out the bad, harmful light, the UV protection. Ultraviolet. Sleepwalker, they haven't turned on the air conditioner. They haven't turned on. Okay, but we want to use just. So it would be opposite, I guess, right? They have just turned on the air conditioner. Mary, I have just made my bed. Good, Mary. Okay, Shams, I have just eaten my breakfast. Zara, I have just cleaned my rug. Good. Tetsuo, I have just arrived home. Shafika, I have just get the pen. Okay, so Shafika, we need the past participle, so got. So maybe you bought a new bed. I have just got a new bed. That means you got a new, you purchased a new bed. Lolly says, I have just baked an onion pie. Yeah, Tomas, laid out. So laid out means arrange, right? So you arrange the table, you got the plates ready, you got the silverware ready, you got the glasses ready. So it's all the eating utensils are laid out on the table, ready for you to have lunch. Shafika, I've just turned on my fan. Good. Mary, I have just done the dishes. Miley, I have just arrived home. Shams, I have just cleaned up the car. Tetsuo, I have just come up with a good idea. Sleepwalker, I have just received a letter. Marcos, we have just set the table for dinner. Roberto, I have just taken a cup of coffee. Mary, I have just cleaned the window. Saima, I have just cleaned the kitchen. Zara, I have just put my mirror on the wall. Tomas, I have just set the table for lunch. That is a great sentence, Tomas. Or actually, you didn't have. Sorry. So, Tomas, you need have. I have just set the table for lunch. I have. So, don't forget the have or has. There you go, Shafika. I have just got a new bed. I have just got a new bed. Truly, I have just taken a bath. Tetsuo, I have just made out the concept. Sleepwalker, he has just dropped the cup. Oh no, clean it up. I hope it wasn't a special cup. I hope it wasn't a special cup. Tetsuo, I have. Come on, we need have. Don't forget have. Don't forget have. Don't forget have. Lolly, I have just eaten an apple. An apple a day will keep the doctor away. Is have important? Yes, because it started in the past. Right? So with just, it's better to use have. I just got home. I have just, yeah, so you can, but it's better to use have. You can say, I just got home. Yes, you can, but it's better. This is better. It sounds better. It's the way it should be, but as you know, a lot of native people just might maybe speak a little more casually, a little more casually, a little more informal, but I think it's best that you use have. I have just, because the have, right? You started in the past and you're talking about it now, right? You started in the past, even though it's just like rule, you're talking about it, but like, oh, I have just done it, right? So that means it's completed, right? Or it's you started in the past and you're talking about it now. It started in the past, you're talking about it now, so we want to use the have. So it's completed, right? I have just set the table. Okay, let's see. I'm back at the chat here. Yeah, a new bed. Good, Shafika. Shams, I have just gone to say goodbye. Tetsuro, they have put forward a great plan. The great plan. So we want to use this pattern here, just, have just, have just. Mary, I have just mopped the floor. Marion, I have just woken up. Okay, yeah, Casa Magna, I have just drained my pasta, or you could say the pasta. Marcos, I have just sent you an email. Good one. Miley, I've just started queuing. That means waiting in line. Okay, good, everyone. Sleepwalker, she has just prepared the dinner. Nice. She has just prepared the dinner. Good, good, good. Well, great job. So there is the worksheet. Right, there's the pattern. You guys did it. Excellent. Well done. That's good. You guys got it. Okay, we're going to go to our next activity. And again, one more time, this worksheet is in the book, of course, and on my Patreon. On the Patreon site, you'll see just the PDF, one sheet. Every week we've been doing one page from each book, but you can get the whole book at Amazon.com. It's all bound. It's beautiful and lots of vocabulary practice for you and lots of like grammar practice, right? For example, patterns and vocabulary plus topics. So 16 topics, so you can see. So there are 16 topics, 256 vocabulary words, items, right? Like in the house. 15 verb tenses, and then you're using your critical thinking skills because you are deciding which one is different and why. So great practice for you. Lots of fun, almost like a puzzle, right? Okay, let's go to our next activity. That is Lolly's Revenge. Let's go to Lolly's Revenge. You know Lolly's Revenge. It's a conversation between two people, Joe and Sue. Okay, where are we gonna, we'll just write it right here, number 4. No, I'm gonna put it here because we have 4 steps like the video dictation. So here we go, number 4, Lolly's Revenge. Okay, and there are 4 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 steps. Step 1 is the conversation. Step 2, we have questions and answers. So you need to listen carefully to answer the questions. You need to listen carefully to answer the questions. Then, after that, we're going to read the conversation together. Then we'll have a quiz, right? No. Shadow. The quiz is there. We always have a quiz because we want to check to see if we remember, right? We want to make sure we can remember the important sentences. Okay, so Lolly's Revenge. Conversation, I will read the conversation 3 times. Then after that, I will ask you questions about the conversation. Then we will read the conversation. Then we will shadow the conversation, right? Perhaps. Oh, I'm tired. So anyways, maybe it's backwards, but it doesn't matter. We will practice anyway. Okay, so let's go ahead and do it. I won't be able to see the chat. I'm going to read the conversation to you, and you're going to listen carefully because I will ask you questions about the conversation. So let me get it up. Give me a second here to get it arranged. Okay, I got it arranged. Moving my screen around a little bit here. Okay, so like I said, I'm not going to be able to see the chat while I'm reading. Okay, so I'm going to read it 3 times. So I want you to listen carefully because I will ask you questions, right? There it is right here. So first we're doing the conversation. So we have Joe right here. This is Joe. When you see my thumb, Joe is speaking. And then when you see my pinky, Sue is speaking. Okay, so here we go. Joe and Sue. Their conversation. I will read it 3 times. Here we go. Countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Joe is first. Here we go. Turn it up, Sue. It's going full blast. Give it more juice. If I do, it'll blow up. It's It's the only way to cut these weeds. Okay, but don't blame me. I think it's working. You're right. They're almost all gone. I told you it would work. Well done, Joe. Okay, I'll read again. I'll go slower. The first time I read it, right? So you know, I read it a few times and I get better at it, right? So anyways, the first time it's a little shaky because I'm reading it out loud for the first time, right? So I write the conversation in my head. I'm thinking it in my head. I type it out. But now it's like the first time I say it out loud with you. So the first time it's a little shaky for me. Okay, here we go. Second time, I will go slower. Joe and Sue. Joe is first. Here we go. Turn it up, Sue. It's going full blast. Give it more juice. If I do, it'll blow up. It's the only way to cut these weeds. Okay, but don't blame me. I think it's working. You're right. They're almost all gone. I told you it would work. Well done, Joe. And I have this cough, so it's hard for me to speak right now without coughing, right? I could speak, but then I need to cough, but as you know, there's a mic right here, so I can't cough. Okay, here we go. One more time, and then I'm going to ask you questions about the conversation. Here we go. Joe is first. Turn it up, Sue. It's going full blast. Give it more juice. If I do, it'll blow up. It's the only way to cut these weeds. Okay, but don't blame me. I think it's working. You're right. They're almost all gone. I told you it would work. Well done, Joe. Well done, Joe. Okay, I got a cough. I got to turn off the mic. Okay, sorry about that. Sorry. Okay, let's do okay, I can see the chat now. I couldn't see the chat while I was reading. Okay, so now I have some questions for you. Okay, here we go. Question time. Question number 1. What are they cutting? What are they cutting? What are they cutting? And I'm going to show you the question right here. What are they cutting? Okay, there's the question. What are they cutting? Okay, Sleepwalker, very good. Good, Helga. Yeah, okay, good, Lolly. Nice. You guys got it. Yay. That's right, Helga. They are cutting weeds. Tetsuo, yes. Good, good, good. Yes, Marcos. All right. Yes, cutting the weeds. All right. Good, Miley. No problem for you guys. Okay, here we go. Question number 2. Question number 2. What is going full blast? What is going full blast? What is going full blast? Yeah, good, Marion, you guys got it. Okay, I'm going to show you question number 2. Whoops. There's number 2 right there. What is going full blast? There is the question number 2. What is going full blast? What is going full blast? Okay, Sleepwalker says a chainsaw. Okay. Miley says chainsaw. Okay. Okay, good test. A weed cutter. Okay, there's a mower. Okay, there's no wrong answer here. Lawnmower. Okay, good. Sleepwalker. Okay. Yeah, those are all good. Those are all good answers. Chainsaw, weed cutter, a mower, lawnmower, chainsaw. Yeah, good. Good. It's like a machine, right? So it's a weed cutting machine. So whatever machine you want to use, it's okay. So it's a weed cutting machine. Yeah, good, Marcos. The cutting of weeds is going full blast. Yeah, good, yeah. Lawnmower, okay, good, Tomas, yeah. Just, it could be any machine you want. Okay, good. Okay, here we go. Question number 3. Yeah, Helga, a weed cutting machine. Lawnmower. A mower. Very good, everyone. Yep. Well done. No problem for you guys. Okay, question number 3. Why does Joe want to give it more juice? Why does Joe want to give it more juice? Why does Joe want to give it more juice? Okay. Grass mower, that works. Good. Okay, question number 3. Why does Joe want to give it more juice? Does anyone, do you understand more juice? Give it more juice. Do you understand that expression? Okay, good. So Helga says he wants to finish the work faster. Okay, good, Ella. We'll talk about it here in a minute here. So give it more juice. What does that mean? Sleepwalker, because it's the only way to cut these weeds. So when you're talking about a machine, maybe your car or, a chain, whatever, more power. So it means like give it more power. Yeah. And like, for example, like juice would be like, gasoline or power, like give it more juice, right? So turn it up, like give it, just like, okay, are you a Star Trek fan? And so like the phasers, like it's all like the old original Star Trek, who's the engineer? Scotty. I can't, and then Captain Kirk says, give it more juice, right? Like the phasers, put the phasers on, more power, and Scotty's going, I'm giving it all it's got, and the ship is the ship is shaking because all the power is going to the thruster or to the phaser, and so the machine is wobbling. It can't take any more. And Scotty's going, it can't take it anymore. It can't take it anymore, right? If anymore, it's gonna like blow up. And so you're full blast. You're just giving it pedal to the metal. Exactly. Good. Yep. Push the pedal to the metal. Exactly. Give it more juice. I can't. It's gonna blow up. Give it more juice, right? And so give it more gas. Exactly. Yep. Put your foot on the pedal, give it more gas, give it more juice. Exactly. So that's what Joe is saying. Give it more juice, like give it more power, turn it up, turn it up. And there's a movie, I don't know if you've seen it, it's an old movie, it's called, it's about rock and roll. It's a rock and roll movie, and Spinal Tap is the movie. And there's a part where they're interviewing the guitar player, and he's got his favorite amp. And so the amp goes to 10, right? But his amp goes to 11. And so when he's at 10 and he wants a little more juice, he could turn it to 11. So just that extra punch, that extra thrust, that extra energy. Give it more juice. Okay, good job. Okay, we got question number 4 now. Number 4, here we go. This is for you. This question is for you. This is not the conversation, it is for you. Number 4, do you have trouble cutting weeds? Do you have trouble cutting weeds? One more time. Do you have trouble cutting weeds? So it's for you. The question is your situation. Do you have trouble cutting weeds? Let's see, Saima. I can't move it. Give it more juice. Yeah. Or Saima, it won't go. It won't go. Give it more juice. Wow, Sleepwalker says, I have never cut weeds. Tetsuo, no, I don't. Tomas, never. Yeah, Casa Magna. Mark says, no, I don't, because cutting weeds is not my cup of tea. Your wife, is that your wife's cup of tea? The wife cuts the weeds. So Lali says, no, I don't, because I haven't got a garden or yard. Mo says, no, never. Henna says, if I have the more, there is no problem. Mary, no, I don't. I live on the 10th floor. There are no weeds. Helga says, let the rabbits eat the weeds. I have little weeds. We don't, my house, we don't cut weeds, we pull them because they're small. We have a small yard, and so we just pull them with our hands. It's not, we don't have a field like some people have a large yard instead of a field, and so maybe, you know, if they have a lot of rain in the winter, in the summer the weeds grow high and strong, and so maybe you need like a strong weed cutter, weed whacker. No one has problems. Okay, that's good. No one has problems with their weeds here. Okay, that's good news. I'm happy to hear that. Good. Good for you guys. Good for you. Weeds are not fun. No fun. Ella says, I cut weeds with a hoe. I did it on the potato field when I was a kid. Okay, good. Whoa! So Miley says, yesterday I called to take care of the garden to cut a rotten tree. They broke 2 chainsaws. Wow, they needed more juice for those chainsaws. Okay, so questions and answers. So you guys did a good job. So let's read the conversation together. Okay, let's read it together. So I'm going to put it up on the screen so you can see the conversation. So let's read it together. There it is right there. Okay, make it a little bit larger. Okay, here we go. Joe says to Sue, turn it up, Sue. Sue says, it's going full blast. Joe says, give it more juice. If I do, it'll blow up. Joe says, it's the only way to cut these, it's the only way to cut these weeds. Okay, but don't blame me. I think it's working. You're right. They're almost all gone. I told you it would work. Well done, Joe. And we could see we got some weeds down there, right? So they have big, thick, tall weeds, Joe and Sue. So they need a strong machine. Okay, let's do it again. Here we go. Joe says, turn it up, Sue. It's going full blast. Give it more juice. If I do, it'll blow up. It's the only way to cut these weeds. Okay, but don't blame me. I think it's working. You're right. They're almost all gone. I told you it would work. Well done, Joe. Okay, let's do it one more time. Here we go. Ah! Lika! Lika! Nika, long time no see. I hope you're doing good. Wow. Let me give you a kiss. Lika, mwah. How are things going? How are the kids? Okay, good to see you, Lika. One more kiss. Mwah. Okay, let's get back. Okay, we're going to read this one more time together. Here we go. Joe says, turn it up, Sue. It's going full blast. Give it more juice. If I do, it'll blow up. It's the only way to cut these weeds. Okay, but don't blame me. I think it's working. You're right. They're almost gone. They're almost all gone. I told you it would work. Well done, Joe. Okay, good. Now we're going to shadow. Okay, that was reading. So let's shadow now. Let's be Joe, let's be Sue, let's be the conversation. So I will read, we'll read the, you're not going to see the conversation. You will shadow with me, right? So we will say it together, okay? Let's be Joe, let's be Sue. Here we go, count down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Turn it up, Sue. Turn it up, Sue. Turn it up. It's going full blast. It's going full blast. It's going full blast. Give it more juice. Give it more juice. Give it more juice. If I do, it'll blow up. If I do, it'll blow up. If I do, it'll blow up. It's the only way to cut these weeds. It's the only way to cut these weeds. It's the only way to cut these weeds. Okay, but don't blame me. Okay, but don't blame me. Okay, but don't blame me. I think it's working. I think it's working. I think it's working. You're right. They're almost all gone. You're right. They're almost all gone. You're right. They are almost all gone. I told you it would work. I told you it would work. I told you it would work. Well done, Joe. Well done, Joe. Well done, Joe. Okay, well, let's look at it one more time. There, oh, not that one. This one, there we go. Here we go. We're going to read it one more time. Turn it up, Sue. It's going full blast. Give it more juice. If I do, it'll blow up. It's the only way to cut these weeds. Okay, but don't blame me. I think it's working. You're right. They're almost all gone. I told you it would work. Well done, Joe. Okay, well done, Joe. That was Lolly's revenge. Okay. Yay. All right, so that was shadowing. We were Joe, we were Sue, we were cutting those weeds. We put that weed whacker to its stress level. Yep, we turned it up to 10. We gave it all the juice it could take, and we did it. We cut the weeds. Okay, good. Thank you, Helga. Oh, okay, you're back in Iraq. Okay, good, Lika. The kids are good. All right. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. Yeah, I was surprised. Yeah, good to see you, Lika. Okay. Now, we got one more activity to do. It's an idiom worksheet. We have example sentences by the green team. And our idiom today, the worksheet is lay out. Okay, 5. Lay out. That means arrange. Arrange. Right, so Tomas used the idiom in his sentence earlier. Right, he said, I think he said he used this pattern. I have just laid out the table for lunch. I have just laid out the table for lunch, meaning he arranged all the glasses, he arranged the plates, the spoons, the forks for everyone to have lunch, right? So now we are ready to have lunch because everything's laid out, everything's ready for us, everything is arranged, okay? So let's have a look at the worksheet. Of course, on Patreon, all the worksheets are there. We have example sentences by the green team, and then you will make your own sentences. So first, let's have a look at their sentences, if I can find it. There it is. I found it. Okay, let's have a look, shall we? Here we go. Make it a little bit larger. We can make it a little bit larger. Okay, laid out, arranged. Okay, and we have Lolly. Lolly's sentence. Here she is. Her sentence is, before starting the portrait, the artist laid out all her brushes and paints on the table. Before starting the portrait, the artist laid out all her brushes and paints on the table. Marion's sentence, Alice laid out the knives and forks at the lunch table. Alice laid out the knives and forks at the lunch table. Mary's sentence, all the instructions were laid out step by step. All the instructions were laid out step by step. Miley's sentence is, when planning the event, they laid out a backup plan in case of an emergency. When planning the event, they laid out a backup plan in case of an emergency. Carlos's sentence, let me lay out my tools first, then I'll check the project plan. Let me lay out my tools first, then I'll check the project plan. Okay, Tetsuro. Tetsuro sentence. The Prime Minister laid out detailed plans for curtailing the nation's dependency on fossil fuel. The Prime Minister laid out detailed plans for curtailing the nation's dependency on fossil fuel. And Mark, she laid out the duties for her husband. She laid out the duties for her husband. Okay, so now it's time for you to write your sentences using layout. Okay. Oh, 7-4 is in the house. Hello, 7-4. Okay, Lolly has a sentence. Lolly's sentence. Before cooking, I like to lay out all the ingredients on the counter. Very good sentence, Lolly. Oh, Simon, can you make a separate playlist for idiom and phrases? You mean in the live stream? Yeah, that's hard. It's hard to do that. But I think I have some videos with some idioms and phrases, I think. I have a lot of playlists, so Simon, just go into my channel and just go to my name and search my name and like idioms, search phrases, and you'll see videos, I'm pretty sure. Okay, Sleepwalker, the teacher laid out the lesson plan. Good. Helga, lay out your cards. Cards on the table. Good. Miley, okay. Let's see. Marion, Mark laid it out in simple language. Ah, thank you, Marion. Zara, I laid out all stuff in the storage. How about this? So, Zara, I laid out all the stuff to put in the storage. I laid out all the stuff to put in the storage. So, right, so you're arranging what you're going to put in the storage, right? So, I laid out what is going, how about this? I laid out what is going into storage. I laid out what is going into storage. That works. So like you get it all arranged and then you put it in, right? This goes in storage, this doesn't go in storage. This goes in storage, this doesn't go in storage. So you lay it out, get it all set, separate what goes into the storage and what doesn't go into the storage, right? Okay, Sleepwalker, lay down everything from your pockets on the... no, we'd say like take out. Sleepwalker, take out everything from your pockets and put them on the table. Helga, we laid out the cloth or tablecloth for the picnic blanket. We laid out the picnic blanket. Okay, Trolley, the teacher laid out the lesson. Good. Okay, 7-4, the baker lays out the bread before opening the door to customers. Yeah. So the baker lays out the bread before opening the door to the customers. Good. Marcos, the layout of the home page is out. Okay, that's a little, yeah, that's a little different. It's a little different. So the layout meaning like how it's arranged on the page, it's set. Yeah, I mean, it's a little different than this, what we're doing here, but the layout is like how it's arranged on the page or how it's arranged on the computer screen. So like the layout is, it's already been, it's like, you know, it's already been designed, it's done. Here we're using like separate things to lay out for a purpose. So more like tangible things, Marcos, like things that you can touch, smell, you know, like you're talking about like a layout for a magazine, a layout for a newspaper, a layout for a home page, a layout for an article. So it's a little different. Miley, I always have to get help to lay out the clothes in the suitcase. Good. Mary and Joe took a deck of cards and began to lay them out. Yeah. 7-4. Had tried to lay out every single tiny lesson unit into an organized big lesson in this live stream. Yeah, so I didn't try, I did it. Right, that's what I do before. So I lay out the activities to put together for the class, right? So before we start, I lay out the activities, arrange them, and then present them to you. Okay, Helga, clean your desk and lay out your pen, notebook, and the student's book. Sleepwalker, he laid out all his demands. Good, good, good. Okay, I'm looking at the clock. We are always going over time. And I got to get up really early in the morning, so I think we need to go to our quiz now, everyone. Let's go to our quiz, because I have to go to bed early. I get up early tomorrow morning. So Monday morning, Tuesday morning, and Wednesday morning, I get up at 5 o'clock. And so I'd like to go to bed early. Okay. So let's... Okay, Tomas. Have a nice day, Tomas. Thank you so much, buddy. Mwah. Thank you, buddy. Okay. We are going to do our last activity, and that is a quiz. So in the chat, on top of the chat, there is a quiz, all right? Choose the best word. So let's have a look. Let's open it up. So in the chat, on top of the chat, there's a white box. Choose the best word. Here we go. Are you ready for the quiz? Okay. The sentence is, the of the cake took 2 hours. The of the cake took 2 hours. Choose the best word. Is it bake? Is it baking? Is it baker? Is it baked? Does the sentence go like this? The bake of the cake took 2 hours. The baking of the cake took 2 hours. The baker of the cake took 2 hours. The baked of the cake took 2 hours. Choose the best word. Good luck. Okay, so I'm looking at the chat. I see baking, I see baking, baking. Helga, the baking of the cake took 2 hours. Lolly says baking. Marion, the baking of the cake took 2 hours. Tetsuro, baking. 7-4, the baking of the cake took 2 hours. Saima, baking. Yes, that is correct. Henna, you got it. Saima, you guys got it. That is the correct sentence. The sentence is, the baking of the cake took 2 hours. That's a long time. It must have been a big cake. A big cake. Yes, it was. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone. I really, really appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so much. All the worksheets we did today are on my Patreon. Support me on Patreon. Support me there so I can support you here. I will be back on Friday, 10 a.m. I hope to see you there with me. And have a great week, everyone. Today is Tuesday evening here in Japan. And that means we're in the middle of the week. So have a great week. Be safe. Be healthy. Stay safe, be healthy, love and peace, everyone. Smile. When you smile, you help other people smile, right? And when we smile, we're happy. And it's important to be happy, and it's important to smile, and it's important to share happiness. Share your smile with others. Oh, thank you, 7-4. Thank you, everyone. I really appreciate you guys being here with me. I really, really, really do. And please tell your friends about my channel. Please, I upload videos every day, everyone, every day. So please come check out my channel every day for your English needs. Yes, and worksheets, Patreon, worksheets on my website, markkulek.com. Of course, books at amazon.com, all that good stuff. Join the friendly green team. Thank you, Marcos, Miley, Tetsuro, Marion, all, Lolly, everyone, the green team, you are, Shafika, Tamas, everyone, thank you so much. Well, Tetsuro, yeah, I'm always forgetting people, right? I'm sorry if I forgot your name. I'm sorry. Okay, so let's count down and say goodbye until Friday. I'll be back on Friday, 10 a.m. If it works for you, please come and join me. Of course, on Friday evening, 10 p.m., it's a premiere video. During the premiere video, we chat and make sentences together. We watch a video, actually a collection of 5 videos, and make sentences. We watch the videos and make sentences together. So if you can, do that Friday, 10 p.m. Japan time. Okay, thank you, Tetsuro, Marcos, Miley, Tetsuro, everyone. Thank you so much. 7-4, thank you, Costa, Magna, Ella, Trolley, Henna, Sleepwalker, everyone. Thank you so much. Helga. You know, the usual suspects. Mwah. Lolly, thank you. I don't want to forget Lolly. Okay, we're going to count down and say goodbye together. Here we go. We're counting down to saying goodbye. Let's say goodbye together. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Love you. Have a great week. Peace and love. Smile. Be healthy, stay safe. Bye-bye. Thank you. Thank you. Bye. Until Friday.